Welcome to Tell Me Your Story, new paradigms for a new world where we're giving you choices and knowledge of those choices to help make your dreams come true. We are here 9 times a week, Sundays at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., Monday mornings at 1 a.m., Wednesdays at 9 a.m., and Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m., streaming live at all those times at richarddugan.com. We are on SoundCloud, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Stitcher, Player FM, as well as YouTube, where you can watch these conversations. I hope that you will take time to subscribe and click notifications so that when a new conversation is posted, you'll be notified and you'll be able to tune in, listen in, and learn, and be entertained and inspired. A reminder that Choices, which is my book, 5 Steps for Life, it's available on Amazon.com in paperback, hardcover, and Kindle with Audible, soon to be released. We also ask that if you can support the work that we are doing financially, we do have a PayPal account. It is there for your security as well as ours. And when they ask for an email address to whom you're sending, please go to richard@richarddugan.com. That's the email address. If you go to richarddugan.com, there is also a link directly to PayPal so that you can send us whatever support you can. And we thank you to those who have helped and to those who will help. We also ask that you take time during this decade of perfect vision, the 2020s, to go within to that quiet, peaceful, calm, still place and listen to that still, small voice. And with that, we now take you to our very special interview and guest here on Tell Me Your Story. Welcome to Tell Me Your Story, New Paradigms for a New World. I'm Richard Dugan, your host, and I'm coming to you solo today from the beaches along Santa Barbara, California, to share with you on this, my 65th birthday, life, love, loss, resiliency, endurance, hopefully tenacity, amidst all of those other elements. I would ask that you keep a good thought for me and my family as we face many challenges that we didn't really think we would have to, but here we are, and it's our story and we're writing it, and so it's part of what we are doing. You will hear me go silent as others pass by me as we walk along the beach. There are actually people running into the surf to play in the water, to play in the ocean. People who are taking their dogs for a walk. And the video that you will watch will be something a little different than what I am seeing. But nonetheless, I hope that you do enjoy this particular program. I'm hoping that you're enjoying all of the programs that we bring you here on Tell Me Your Story, New Paradigms for a New World, giving people choices and knowledge of those choices to help make their dreams come true. And as I look out at the rolling waters of the ocean, and the surf rolling in and out, I just remind myself that that's the process of life. Things roll in and then they roll out. My wife and I are Still grieving the loss of our dearly departed Angus, who I have talked about many, many times on this program. She was my wife's protector and my friend. The one thing that always leaps out at me when I would come home, or sometimes even just come in from outside, even though I had been home the whole time, is that he would come over and I'd bend over to pet him and he would lick my face, lick my beard. And that was so nice. What a joy that was. And then on Sunday, June the 9th, my wife and I took a drive up the coast towards Santa Maria and Pismo Beach, Nipomo, Los Alamos, Vandenberg, and so forth. And the marine layer had rolled in, and I love when it's cloudy, when the marine layer rolls in. And we decided not to go as far as we did the day before, which was all the way up to Avila Beach. And when we got home, taped to our door was a notice of termination of tenancy, i.e. we were officially being evicted because they wanted to take the property off of the rental market, fix up the cottage that we occupy, and that way they hopefully would be able to sell the property they've been trying to sell for 3 years. So we are now looking for our next new home, although it's hard to leave this one because it's our home. We don't have $2 million to buy the property, so we put it out to the universe, just like the last time in 2006, when we found ourselves both unemployed on March 1st. And I've told this story many times. We came to Santa Barbara for a week to relax a little bit, as well as kind of check out the landscape and see what the possibilities were. And quite literally, within 2 months, we were on the road to Santa Barbara and our new home that we have now been in for 19 plus years. And in one sense, it's okay now. I got to start all over again. Okay, universe. What's next? This is a beautiful, beautiful walk that I love to take. More often when it's cloudy, when the marine layer has rolled in, than on sunny days. Not that I don't like sunny days, I just don't like warm sunny days of 80 degrees and above. But I guess I've been spoiled after living in Phoenix with temperatures 110, 120 as I got older and older. But such is life in this world, on this planet. Over the years, I've shared so many of my thoughts. And it's been very interesting to watch the years go by and wonder what's next. What's next on the horizon? What's next around the next curve or turn? I'm going to move over and sit on a rock and chat with you. And again, as people go by, I will stay quiet. I don't want to interrupt their sojourn any more than is necessary. And I get to look out at the ocean, look out at the channel. And listen to the surf roll in. I'll find a rock that I can actually sit on. There we go. Take a load off, so to speak. What are some of the things that you do to take a load off? And when I speak of that load, the mental and emotional loads that we take on, and that is what we do. We choose to take them on. They aren't thrust upon us. We don't have to take them on. And the irony is, I know this intellectually, and yet I still take them on. But as Lumari has shared with us time and time again, we need to look for those moments of inspiration. Look for those times when the universe is trying to tell us something. What dreams do you have for your future, for your story? The first one for me that continually pops out is the dream of moving to and living in Ireland. I would love to just jump on a plane with my wife, British Airways, non-stop, most likely to England, and then we'd take a smaller plane, Aer Lingus or Ryanair, over to Ireland, all on a one-way ticket. Maybe with the resources that we have, the willingness to let go of our animals specifically. We have 3 kittens and 6 chickens. And we find homes for them and then pack up what we can. Make a few phone calls to some of my guests who live in Ireland. to see what we could work out in terms of lodging and so forth, and then work. I don't know what the immigration rules are for Ireland. They change over the years, as we all know. But we, I know, can make it happen. And if you are asking yourself, wouldn't you miss living here in the United States? And I would say, it's hard to miss a place when where you are is where you love being. I can still communicate with my mother and sisters and brother. And maybe on occasion, fly back and have person-to-person get-togethers. But if we lived in Ireland, honestly, that would be glorious. Certainly, I would continue to do the Tell Me Your Story podcasts. And I would hope that people would continue to listen and watch and follow and support the work that we're doing. I made an attempt to monetize Tell Me Your Story. And that went on for 2 months. And like some other people that I know who used the same monetization platform, we lost everything that we had earned, never receiving anything. So it just reminds me that I don't do this for the money. Yes, I need money to function, no question. To put food on the table, a roof over our heads, fuel in the vehicle, etc., etc. But I have lived for 19 years with my wife in one of the most expensive places to live in the United States. I haven't had a raise in 19 years. And I am still here. So, what does that tell you? That the news that you hear is true? Or it's a lie? You decide. I find it fascinating when individuals, and this is just my logic kicking in here, people who around the holidays go nuts spending all kinds of money. During vacation time in the summer or other times of the year, they'll spend tons of money going this and that and the other place. And then when they're stationary in their home base, they moan and groan and complain about the price of things. I did when we first moved here. And then I realized it's better to be grateful for having the resources, to have the things that we need and want, than to waste my energy complaining. Do you know that it cost me and my wife $600 to lay Angus to rest, I didn't flinch. Number one, we had the resources. And number two, he was worth it. We were worth it. We're open to whatever the universe has for us. God forbid. It should be homelessness. That is the last thing we want. However, we have a massive network of people who know and love us, care about us, and want to help in whatever way they can. So where these programs will come from in the future, I don't know. I hope it's still here in Santa Barbara. At the very least, I hope it's still along the shoreline. What shoreline? I don't know. But so that I'm close to the ocean. So I ask your thoughts and prayers and intentions for our highest good. And I know the universe will provide. The universe has been providing, quite literally, all my life. I've been told by some they really enjoy these programs that I do with these times of reflection, introspection. I hope you do enjoy them. I enjoy sitting here on the rocks, listening to the surf roll in and out under the cloudy skies. On a day when I have several hours before I have to be at the radio station to run a program or two. And just if you're wondering, you are listening to Tell Me Your Story. I'm Richard Dugan, Reverend Dr. D, as it were. Bringing you new paradigms for a new world. We're giving you choices and knowledge of those choices to help make your dreams come true. People walking by. What inspires you? What makes you want to do a particular thing, go a particular direction, create a particular, shall we say, form of art, write a particular story or book, even do your own podcast? I don't have to tell you, longtime listeners and viewers, how much I enjoy talking, obviously. I just hope that what I have to say is relevant. I go back and listen to my archives going back to 2007. And I'm amazed at, number one, how I sound. It's rather interesting. But how much more my guests have to offer in those interviews. And even almost 20 years ago, let's say 18, because in 2007 we started, it's 2025, you do the math. I've interviewed almost a couple thousand people, some of them more than once because they were so interesting to talk with. They came back for a second, third, fourth, fifth conversation. I know you can't smell it, but the ocean, the aroma, the salt air, it's so wonderful. There are times when the marine layer is burning off. There's still a lot of, shall we say, cotton candy still in the air, but blue skies are breaking through. And it reminds me of those trips that my first wife, Lisa, and I took to San Diego. And we would go to SeaWorld. And I remember one of the photographs that I took of her standing in front of I think it was the whale aquarium. And the only thing separating her and the guide dog she had at the time and the whales was a thick piece of glass. And yet the whale came over and, you might say, stood on its head, was vertical. And it was, I think, not just her, but also her dog that the whale was intrigued by. One day soon you'll see those photographs in a book I'm putting together. I want you to know that despite the challenges faced during those last tumultuous months, and I have told her so, I still love her. Not to the extent that I would abandon my present wife and return. I can't go back. I don't want to go back. But I do want her to know that she is not forgotten, that she is loved, always has been, and always will be. Anyway, Amrita and I have been to places I never thought I would go, let alone as that she ever thought she would go. Though we had our dreams and our aspirations and our desires. And we ended up going to Ireland twice. Twice. I didn't ever think I would go once, because I never even thought about it. I'd like to go a third time. The last time. to stay. So I put that out to the universe, and I thank the universe. I am grateful for where I am. I am grateful for all that I have, which is an inaccuracy because I have nothing. I own nothing. I possess nothing. I don't even possess and own the body I inhabit. Just like all of the animals and all of the people who have gone before, who have passed on, left their bodies behind. They didn't own their bodies. It was a rental, if you will. Think about that. In spite of all of the things that we want to do and be, and the places we want to go, and the things we want to see, and the people we want to meet, none of it. We don't get to keep it. We get to keep the memories, and that's different. But we don't get to keep the stuff. The stuff stays here. It's transformed, it's transmuted, if you will, into new stuff. I'm going to walk down the beach a little ways here. We'll see what this looks like as far as the video is concerned. There's a ship out in the water. Let's see if we can't zoom into that ship. And there it is. People use the sound of the ocean sometimes to sleep, because for them it is so soothing. I could camp out here, sure. Just making sure that I keep my eyes open for the tides rising. There's barely a breeze. Barely a breeze. And we are at low tide. But that will change in due time. Then the tide will rise. And that will change and the tide will fall. I'm going to show you the cliffs that run along this stretch of the California coast, the U.S. coast. And I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way around, back to here, back to the ocean. You know, when you think about it, it's kind of where we're all headed, back to our beginnings, back to the one. This is out to the west. And here's a little cave of sorts. Although I don't think you'd want to be here at high tide, because it looks like this is where the water comes up to. But the rock formations are incredible. Look for the beauty wherever you live. Look for the light in the people that you connect with. And look for the love in yourself and in everything you do. Be that love. You have an opportunity, a great opportunity. If you're not happy with the world you live in, and I'm talking about the world that's around you right now, change it. All you have to do is make a choice. Make a choice. It's what I talk about in Choices 5 Steps for Life. We all can make new choices. New choices. I've been doing these programs for a lot of years. Not just Tell Me Your Story, but before that, Fast Forward. The slogan there was Fast Forward, it's the right direction. And it wasn't that far off as a slogan, because as I've gotten older, time has started to move faster. At least that's how it feels to me. And before that, it was Sun Talk with Sun Sounds Radio Reading Service. I miss those days. Those were incredible, creative times for me. Creative, especially in the context that I only started when I was 19, and that only went on until I was 22 or 23 years of age, maybe a little older. But I've been interviewing for a long, long time, in the early 80s to the present. And I'm bringing out archives of interviews that I've done that I hope you'll enjoy. I cannot think of even one interview I have done where the guest has not had a good time. It isn't my primary focus to make sure the guest has a good time. That's up to them. My focus is on having a conversation, getting to know each other, and learning some new things. Maybe things that we always knew, but had put in the back of our minds. So, as I say, I hope you enjoy the archives that I'm bringing up. It's fun to go listen through to them and hear the conversation. And remember that time. And I've reached quite a number of milestones in these years. This one in particular, 65, supposedly, depending upon who you talk to, the official entrance into senior citizenhood, if you will. Some say it's at 55, you know. Needless to say, My wife and I are, in a manner of speaking, on the same plane when it comes to that. Now we get all the senior discounts. Hopefully, we'll take advantage of those. It's because they're there, not because we can't afford things. It's just, if you're offering, why not take an advantage of something that they're giving you? And I appreciate it. I do. I'm grateful. It allows us to take that savings and use it somewhere else, for something else. I want what's best for all of us, individually and collectively. Saw this video of the song, "Everyone Wants to Rule the World." Not everyone. I don't want to rule the world. I just want to live in a world where everyone is taught, is educated to know that they can do whatever they want, and that no one, no parent, no teacher, no clergy, no sibling, no one has the right to tell you what you can or cannot do. Keep that in mind, especially if you're not a happy person, if you're not feeling the joy in life. I have, over the last few weeks, not felt that joy strongly because I feel overwhelmed by every change that keeps coming. But I adjust and I adapt because I, as a human being with a soul, am resilient, and I will adapt. Life is good. Life is very, very good. And I'm very grateful for it. And I'm grateful for you listening. I see the numbers on the podcast and videocast. Thank you for watching and listening. And just as I have been talking with you this time, the tide is starting to roll in now, because I have to walk further up the shore, up the shoreline. And even though I might get overwhelmed or feel overwhelmed, I wouldn't trade places with anyone. I really, really enjoy my life. I hope you enjoy your life too. I really do. And if you don't, then find ways to enjoy it. It's yours. Oh, there's some birds walking in the surf, looking for critters to eat. The surf comes rolling in and he doesn't have enough time to run away from it, so he's got to fly. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for you. I am grateful for those who have supported the work that I am doing in all of the different ways. I'm grateful for my wife and all of our animals that have come in and out of our lives. I'm grateful for my parents and my siblings and ancestors. And as I move my way back up the beach, away from the surf, the tide that's coming in, again, I thank you for being a part of what I am doing. And I hope that I can continue to do what I do, to be who I am, and to continue to be grateful and love the life that I have been given. I want you to know that I really needed this time to talk to you and myself as we transition to our new home, wherever that might be. Oh. So, stay well, stay inspired, and know that I do appreciate you and the support you give me just by listening. That's all you have to do is listen. Just listen. One last look at the ocean for now. It's never the last look, as I will always be looking upon the waters from where I come. So on this, my 65th birthday, I wish you all joy and happiness and peace and love. And as I share at the end of every program, love to lol. Jeanette, I am still listening. Dad, continue to be happy, because I am. Smokey, I will see you on the other side. Mike, thanks for being in my life. And to my dear, dear, dear friend Zorro, who passed away a year ago, aho, aho.